Your son, Don Jr., is up before the Senate Intelligence Committee today. And again, he was not charged with anything. In retrospect, though,
by the way, not only wasn't he charged, if you read it, with all of the horrible fake news. I mean, I was reading that my son was going to go to jail. This is a good young man, that he was going to go to jail. And then the report comes out, and they didn't even say, they hardly even talked about him.
Should he have gone to the FBI when he got that email?
Okay, let's put yourself in a position. You're a congressman. Somebody comes up and says, hey, I have information on your opponent. Do you call the FBI? I don't think.
Coming from Russia, you do.
I've seen a lot of things over my life. I don't think in my whole life I've ever called the FBI. In my whole life. You don't call the FBI. You throw somebody out of your office. You do whatever you do.
Al Gore got a stolen briefing book. He called the FBI.
Well, that's different. A stolen briefing book. This isn't a stolen. This is somebody that said, we have information on your opponent. Oh, let me call the FBI. Give me a break. Life doesn't work that way.
The FBI director says that's what should happen.
The FBI director is wrong.
Your campaign this time around, if foreigners, if Russia, if China, if someone else offers you information on an opponent, should they accept it or should they call the FBI?
I think maybe you do both. I think you might want to listen. There's nothing wrong with listening. If somebody called from a country, Norway, we have information on your opponent. Oh, I think I'd want to hear it.
You want that kind of interference in our elections?
It's not an interference. They have information. I think I'd take it. If I thought there was something wrong, I'd go maybe to the FBI if I thought there was something wrong. But when somebody comes up with Oppo research, right? They come up with Oppo research. Oh, let's call the FBI. The FBI doesn't have enough agents to take care of it. But you go and talk honestly to congressmen. They all do it. They always have. And that's the way it is. It's called Oppo research.
Because nothing really drives home no collusion like being open to collusion. This is Trump in an interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, making clear that not only does he not regret his campaign's cooperation with Russia, but he's open to more. If this doesn't tell you everything you need to know about Trump's guilt in the Mueller probe, about his campaign's willingness to accept help from a hostile foreign power, about his tacit approval for Russia's illegal activities on US soil, then you're not paying attention. This is a lot of things, but most worryingly, it's an open invitation for cyber warfare. He is inviting any country that wants to curry favor with his administration to hack into Democratic servers and help the Republican Party win in 2020. The President of the United States encouraging foreign actors to launch cyber attacks on other Americans. To be clear, the FBI director has already come out and said that any campaign should reach out to the Bureau if contacted by a foreign entity because it's illegal. And it was illegal when Don Jr., Paul Manafort, and Jared Kushner took a meeting in Trump Tower for dirt on Hillary Clinton, but the only reason no charges were filed was because Mueller conceded that they didn't know that what they were doing was unlawful. But they know now, which makes Trump's open invitation to conspire against the Democrats to influence yet another election all the more egregious. Trump might have played dumb for the entirety of the Mueller investigation, but this is concrete evidence of his willingness to do, again, exactly what he's been denying for the last 2 years. No questions asked. And Trump might claim that this is just opposition research, but it's not. It's opposition research when it's done by Americans. When it's done by a foreign entity, it's illegal. Foreigners who are neither US citizens nor US permanent residents are barred from providing candidates anything of value. And candidates are barred from seeking anything of value from a foreigner. And guess what? Dirt on a political opponent is a thing of value. But that's the danger of a Republican Party with the collective spine of a jellyfish. A party so afraid to stand up to Trump, so willing to normalize his blatantly illegal behavior, that he can appear on national television only weeks after the Russia investigation finished and declare that he's still willing to accept help from hostile foreign powers and know that no one in his party, except for maybe one lone congressman, will have the courage to speak out. It's honestly almost like Trump is flaunting his lawlessness, knowing that he'll never face any pushback from his conference. That's how much of a joke the GOP has become. If you're looking for a modicum of an indication that Trump regrets Russia having meddled in our election, this statement is all you need to hear. And what's worse is that he'll do it again since he knows he can get away with it. If Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democratic Party were waiting on anything to move forward with impeachment, it should be this. It should be Trump admitting on national television that he's open to conspiring with foreign powers who attack Democrats, that he'll take the help. So let's not waffle and pretend that one more shred of evidence is necessary to begin impeachment proceedings against a president who is quite literally daring the world to attack an American political party. Trump's narcissism, his desperation to stay in power, might have just declared open season on the United States cyber infrastructure. And look, Republicans are already complicit in Trump's misconduct by virtue of failing to lift a finger to him while he continues to tear the Constitution to shreds. But if Democrats can't manage to move forward with impeachment after this, then their inaction in the face of such blatant misconduct will be just as bad.